Michigan State 91, Maryland 48 may be the Spartans' most impressive performance to date. Yet also the way your fan base is wired, I don't think they feel that way. You can
Mm.
speak for it if you want, but I'm like, I was really impressed with this result. I get Maryland's bad, but you stomped them. Jeremy Fears almost went for 20 and 20. Your starters made everybody made a three, including Carson Cooper. This was just like run them out of the building. And this is still a Big Ten opponent, say what you will. But I don't know. Maryland is capable of hanging around against good teams. They have shown that against Michigan and others throughout this year. No hanging around here whatsoever. Michigan State just stole their soul 1 second into the game. But I guess that's just what y'all do. I guess y'all really embodied the true hashtag play somebody thing. You don't care what you do to Maryland. This is business, and we got rivalry week on hand. I'm terrified of y'all in your current state right now. We're brought to you by Tinker Coffee, tinkercoffee.com. Promo code SLEEPERS, get 15% off your first order. Thoughts?
Well, first of all, I got a fresh one right now, and let me tell. I mean, this is fresh, hot off the presses. I'm not sure if that's what they say at the newspaper offices still, but this one is fresh off the press. Mm. I just gotta get a good little sniff of that one. It smells great. It tastes great. It might be a little too hot. Hold on, let's get in here real quick. Mm. No siree, just right. Zing Blend is my current favorite. Like I say, I feel like people think I'm repeating that. Look, I think the other ones are really good, but that Zing Blend just does something to me. And I need to make sure I have it in my household at all times. If you want to do that as well, use promo code SLEEPERS, get an extra 25% off and set up a recurring order. It makes it easy on you. You can always make sure that you got Tinker stocked in your household at all times. And yeah, it's for my money, it's the best coffee out.
For my money, Michigan State's playing the best basketball out in conference play.
You're so good at those.
In conference play, I think this is real. Torvik has y'all the number one team in the country since January. I think, it's kind of funny how roles have flipped here. And we are headed on a collision course to a Friday night affair at the Breslin Center with massive implications, both
Mm.
emotionally, but also for the championship in this league. And it appears that both teams may genuinely be top five in the country, maybe better than that even. Michigan is currently second on KenPom. Michigan State is fourth, but it is kind of funny as these roles have flipped, where Michigan was the team just destroying people in December, and Michigan State is the team just destroying people in January. How like our personal approaches to that have remained the same. Like I
Mm.
remain really impressed when a team wins games by 30. And I think you guys are using all the same arguments against Michigan, like against your own team. It's just like that doesn't even matter. Maryland stinks. Oh, analytics, who cares? Like I think Cumbo is on Twitter like the analytics love that performance. That's what's wrong with analytics. Like I just y'all stopped the team by 43, man. We can't be impressed by this.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a truly dominant, just dominant in every fashion performance. I also thank Michigan State for keeping the first time Big Ten coach comes into the Breslin Center, gets the belt narrative alive. It was alive and well in this game. I mean, Michigan State didn't play with their food at all in this game. It was 24-4, I believe, damn near midway through the first half. Maryland made like a little spunky little Solomon Washington, Elijah Saunders run. But even with that, this team, they just really couldn't do it. Everything that I said this in the preview, but everything Maryland wants to do is exactly what you cannot do against Michigan State with the horses they got. Like
Yeah.
they're awful offensively. They try to crash the offensive glass, and that's just not going to work against Michigan State. Michigan State beat them out on the glass in this one. They stifled them defensively. They weren't able to do anything. It's the Diggy Coit experience as well. I think Robbie Hummel pointed it out on the broadcast. Him and Raph are great, by the way. All those guys are really great on CBS broadcast. I really much enjoyed them, even through a 43-point blowout. They always have great stuff, but um, it's the anomaly of Diggy Coit. Like he can get you 30, he can get you 40, like he did, right? There's also games where he's in single digits. It's like a flip of the card, and he's either Carson Edwards or he's not. And credit to Michigan State's defense. I thought they did a really good job on him in this one. He only had 11 points in this game. I mean, Maryland found points tough to come by in general in this one. But not to just kind of put it into simple terms, but fact of the matter is Maryland came in here and they were not able to do. They have no offensive go or engine outside of Diggy Coy, and they couldn't get anything. Nothing was easy. They made all of their field goal attempts made in this game were not easy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a marvelous defensive performance from the best defense in college basketball. And I think it's time to start discussing whether or not this defense is going to end this season historically good.
Hmm.
I mean, it clearly is the best defense in the sport, very clearly. But my question is like how much better can it get? Like there's a gap between where your defense ranks and where Michigan and Arizona rank. And those are great defenses too, but you watch it really is different. It's a higher level of intensity, physicality, just relentless pressure and suffocation and it almost leaves you, against these overmatched teams, which Maryland is very clearly overmatched. And who knows how different it would have been if I'm not going to say this game would have been different, but their season. Who knows how different their season would have been if they don't lose Pharrell Payne for the full year.
Oh yeah, that definitely
Um,
hurts. They need some because they right now they have nothing. Their best offense is letting Diggy Coit go, and that can work at times, but it also against probably defenses of this caliber, it's not going to fly like that.
it looks like a team that knows they're 8-12 overall, 1-8 in Big Ten play, and is counting down the games left in the season. That's what it
Yeah.
looks like to me. And I feel like, there are certain teams, I think, even at the top of this league, I think you can go dick around with Michigan or Purdue or maybe not Nebraska at this point with how they're playing, but even the good teams in this league, you can kind of take that approach with.
Mm.
And if our shots go in, we might hang around a little bit. Against Michigan State, if you're half dead walking into the Breslin Center, it's just going to go exactly how this went. And I thought that was a soulless basketball team, a lifeless basketball team that was simply trying to survive. But going into the Breslin Center, knowing you're overmatched and trying to survive, is like being a college student in like the 70s or whatever it was, and just saying, "Oh, I'm just going to go for a drink with Jeffrey Dahmer." Like we're just gonna have a drink. It's like, no, he's going to eat your face. That's what's gonna happen. And that's what this Michigan State team is, man.
A Dahmer shot is crazy in this, but I mean, it really is. It is that, and like, look, I loved everything about this Michigan State game. I mean, they never trailed in this basketball game. They end up taking their largest lead. They win by 43. I mean, everyone's playing well in this basketball game. Everyone's scoring. Things are going well for Michigan State. But I mean, there was a portion of this, not even a portion, a good part of this game where I was like, this, without sounding too antagonistic, this Maryland team's sad, man.
Yeah.
They're sad.
Well,
They
there's that.
they 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 didn't want to be there, and we made them. I mean, we enhanced that process, but they didn't want to be there.
They're sad and they're also getting worse, it feels. And
Yeah,
that's not to take away anything from them, but they are 119th this month in January, which I guess is actually ahead of where they were in Ken Palm. So
I'm about to
maybe
say
I'm
they're
wrong.
126 in Kempon currently. I think.
I think this drops. I think by the end of the year they're like 140th. I think it's
Yeah,
going to only continue sliding at this point, which
yeah.
is what happens when you are 1-8 in the Big Ten. It is a good example too that there are more Marylands in this league, and Michigan State's played most of them already. I think Michigan's played half of them already. Like and we've talked about how these schedules are backloaded. Everyone's day is going to come. I don't think we should be criticizing anyone for Big Ten schedule, but hashtag play somebody is real. The play somebody week is here for our teams. Just right now, there looks like there's five amazing teams in this conference. And if you
Hmm.
want to cut Purdue out of it, I guess I would listen to that. But to me, the preseason number one team looks like the fifth best team in the conference.
Hmm.
That's crazy. And they haven't been far off what we expected them to be. It's just that Michigan and Michigan State are way better than expected. Illinois is better than expected. Nebraska might be the biggest gap between what's expected and what they are ever. And then you go to the bottom of this league, and it's just awful. I mean, Northwestern, Oregon, Maryland, Penn State have combined for 3 wins in conference play.
It's crazy.
Rutgers is better than four teams in this league. in terms of record. And that Rutgers team is horrific.
Horrific.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen a gap this sizable between the top of the league and the bottom of the league before.
Yeah, and I think and given how strong those five teams are you're talking about, when they face these bottom teams, it's curtains.
It's automatic.
It's a dub. Like it just is what it is. It's just by how much.
Which honestly, I mean, and Michigan almost lost to the worst team in the league, Penn State. So yeah, so did Michigan State, I
Yeah,
guess.
so did we.
Right. So it's like, I guess it could happen any given night, but I'm kind of, that was on full display in this game. Not to take anything from Michigan State, but I'm ready. I'm ready for both of our teams to go up against the best of the best in each other, and this Friday night is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeremy Fears 17 and 17. My only question to you is this: are you mad at Izzo for pulling him out?
I am, yeah. I am. I thought we could have got. I thought we could have got to 30. Like, you know what I'm saying? Play both sides here. Get to 30. And you know what? If you're gonna quit and show up in three-piece suits and make your whole staff wear suits, I think you run it up, respectfully.
If
The
you're
rec
gonna, so because Buzz Williams wore a suit, you think that was the right to run it up?
I think that gave the A-OK to let that dorky staff have it. You can't show up suited and booted and lose by 43.
That's what he does.
Well, change it up.
Okay.
Change it up. But
Okay.
no, I'm not too aware of like what the assist record is in a game for Michigan State. But given how this game was going, and given that Fears had 17 assists in 25 minutes, it very much could have been broken.
Yeah, Fears was perfect again, I think. I mean, I guess if you really want to nitpick, you could nitpick the turnovers, but y'all were up
Mm.
50 and he was trying shit.
Yeah,
And I liked it. I love it was the perfect level of dick-headedness to the way he was going about this for me. I'm a fan of it. I mentioned this to you, I think, in the full episode yesterday. I had Jeremy Fears, one of my five winners of the weekend. And we do that segment every Monday on the Sleepers Pods. And I am gonna act like something that doesn't matter matters here. But Fears hit IG after this game with a drop. And it's a bunch of pics of him with his arm around Izzo and flexing in the huddle and pumping up the crowd, all these things. And the caption was, when you change yourself, then you change everything. And not to go like high school girl on this, but I'm going to overread an Instagram caption.
Mhm.
This guy has changed himself. This guy has just clicked, like he's gotten it. It all has come together for him. And I don't know if that's the point in the schedule or just the natural maturation of a player in Tom Izzo's program or confidence or seeing the ball go in or what. I've no idea how we seemingly overnight 2 weeks ago went from Mr. Erratic, focused on the wrong shit, to never making a mistake. But that's
right.
what we've done. We've gone basically 2 weeks of flawless basketball. And again, I'm overreading a caption. I think Fears knows it. I think this is Fears sort of announcing, yeah, I'm here. This shit is for real. Because
Figured it
I
out.
looked myself in the mirror and admitted I had to own my own flaws.
Hmm.
And I fixed them. The moment I addressed that and owned what I was making mistakes with, I just give him all the credit in the world. This is his third Ken Palm MVP in 4 games. He's gone 7 consecutive games with 14 or more points. His last 4 games as a scorer, 23, 19, 14, 17. In that span, averaging, I think, 9.5 assists per game. He's brilliant. I don't know how many point guards in the country, if any, you would take over this kid right now.
Yeah, and look, I think that obviously, given, it's always going to come down to, in the big one, right? With the big one coming up Friday, the big games for Jeremy Fears, how he's going to perform. Because you look back in the season, the big ones is where he's kind of let this team down for the most part. Like, he had a good game against UNC. Kentucky, he had like 8 and 13, I thought it was. But Arkansas, he was 0 for 7, even though we won the basketball game. The Duke game, we obviously know about that, 0 for 10. Nebraska, 2 for 8, right? So I'm very much looking forward to what Jeremy Fears looks like against the best teams in this conference coming up here. But with that said, his play and the level that he's maintained over these last 2 weeks that you said, I think is, you talked about how good Michigan State's been looking this month. That has a lot to do with what Jeremy Fears is doing at the point guard position.
Yeah, it's him.
It's him. He's doing
Him.
it, and whether that's also like improving other people, because I thought, I mean, just in the last week alone, I think Cohen Carr's been better, but it starts and ends with Fears. That's what Izzo said it back a while ago. Everything starts and goes with what Fears does, and he has taken his play to a new level in this last month.
Yeah, and I think again in the two losses this team has had, Nebraska and Duke, I think we came on the recap and largely placed a lot of the blame on him,
Hmm.
and I think that was deserved. When things go right, he deserves all of the credit. This is his team, and I think the eye-opening thing or the awakening thing here for me in these last four games is just how high the ceiling is right now.
Yeah,
There wasn't supposed to be, even if Fears gets it together, it wasn't supposed to go from like we're good to we're the best team in the country.
yeah,
And that's on the table right now to me.
yeah. And which is, once again, we say it all the time. It's like Fears has been great and things have been going really well for this basketball team. This team starts divine. This team has a revolving door at the two spot.
Yeah, you're basically getting most nights 30 bad minutes at the two.
No, and I'm not sure if you had the sound on this full game. Hummel came out and said that in
Yeah,
the
I
second
know.
half.
I
He
know.
legit said that. Like and like he didn't mince words about it at all. He's like, yeah, this team. I mean, it feels weird to say it because they're winning all these basketball games, but this team's getting nothing from their two spot.
Yeah.
And and you know what? Whether we do get a little bit more from that spot might determine some things about where this team goes. But yeah, man, like this team of Fears, Carr, a front court of Carson Cooper and Jackson Kohler and Devon Ugochukwu at the two is playing like a top five team in the country.
Yeah. I mean, to Hummel's point, I think the difference there as I reframe what this team could do. I'm trying to wrap my brain around this team being a national title contender. I really am. And if this is going to be what you get from Fears every single night, I think that's fair. I mean, you look around this league, in order to win a championship in this year, in this loaded of a top heavy Big Ten, you got to have a guy that you think can go toe to toe with Keaton Wagler or with Braden Smith and win that matchup. That was on full display when Illinois earned the victory in Mackey this weekend. And I think that's going to be what's asked of Jeremy Fears. Like, but you want to win this league, decide this league, he's going to have to go be the best player on the floor against Michigan, Illinois, Purdue.
Hmm.
He can be. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. The Fears that I'm watching in these last 2 weeks can be. I think the difference is okay, so Fears has become that. Since the Nebraska game, that's been Fears. Number one team in the country in that span, while largely getting nothing from the two spot.
Hmm.
When you get to a Final Four, like what Fears is currently doing, probably enough to give you a run in the tournament without help from anything else. You get to a Final Four and you're facing Arizona. Do you win that game even if you get this Fears without the other things? That's probably where the other things come in at that point.
Right.
And I don't know, to use the whole thing, you nitpicked my team for all of December. You know I'm not a hashtag play somebody guy. I'm not positive you've beaten a tournament team since Iowa.
Yeah, let me repeat the schedule. Iowa was
Iowa's December 2nd. Iowa will be in the NCAA tournament.
yeah, the only team that has a long way shout is USC.
Or Indiana.
Yeah, but I think USC was actually predicted. Like, didn't we do that segment where we did like the core seeds projections? I think USC was actually in the field.
Yeah, though that feels to me like two teams that are trending toward the bubble, if not trending out of the bubble right now.
Right.
So again, and look, everybody gets this portion of the schedule. This is not criticism of Michigan State,
Hmm.
but it is at least the question. Okay, Fears looks this good. The team looks this good. How much of that is the fact you haven't played a bona fide NCAA tournament team? You know?
Right. Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of honestly the beauty of Friday.
Beauty this
We get
week, we figured
we
out.
get yeah, we get to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, at minimum, I don't even care if it is against those type of teams, and that's part of this. He's going to come in a completely different confident level, I think. Like, given his
Yeah,
current form, I think it's going to help with his mentals, you know?
yeah, and it just makes Michigan State a tougher team to play against. Like the defense and the rebounding and all that is there, but if Fears is going to play like this, it's just tough. He just runs the show.
Yeah.
Truthfully, like and now like you know what? I feel like when Jeremy Fears first committed to Michigan State, we were like watching the film. We're like, this guy can like do things offensively. Like I get it, the floor general stuff, but like there was some other things that he could do. And you know what? Now like on a game to game basis, like you're getting middies from him. You're getting stuff to the basket. He's, I mean, credit. I mean, you called it taking a step. Maybe he's starting to feel himself a little bit. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it needed to stay because
Yeah,
it makes his team dangerous.
it's a full package. And we are at a point, like I said, the top level of this league's pretty insane right now. I mean, Fears got 17 and 17 in a game, and we're all just kind of shrugging it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, did you see what Keaton did? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy the point guard performances we saw in this league. I think in years past, this is like the game of the season from an individual. And instead, this was the game of 2 hours until Purdue, Illinois started. So credit to him. I'm amazed with him. I'm visibly terrified of him. I cannot get on record loud enough about that before Friday. I want no part of this current Jeremy Fears. I am afraid of him. I want the old Jeremy Fears back.
Mhm.
This is not fun for me, but he's been amazing, and I'm excited to see exactly what happens. I did have the conscious thought late in this game. I think it was after he had a sequence of like back to back Cohen poster oops
Yeah.
where he just threw it from before half court, and it's like Cohen was like jogging up the court. He wasn't even sprinting.
Yeah, they were broke. They were very much broken by this point.
It was like, oh, you're giving us that? I guess we'll take it again. I
Yeah.
guess.
Mm.
Like, shit. But anyways, those amazing plays aside, I had the conscious thought, damn, he is Matine.
That's that. Did you it? No. I guess I can kind of see that. Like that was kind of like Matine to just Mo Pete just sprinting up the left side.
I have just laughed those comps away for 2 years. And then in this game, I was like, no, he really did turn into Matine. Like that's who this guy is right now. And I guess I don't know. Again, we got to see what it looks like against the Dukes of the world because
Mhm.
that is still on the resume and that stunk. But I just think you play Duke tomorrow, you get a totally different version of Fears than you did in that game.
Yeah, 100%.
Special. What about Cohen?
Another good performance. Only 21 minutes in this basketball game. No one played over 25 minutes in this basketball game, given how it went. Um, I thought that Cohen was good, doing the whole thing, getting out and running in this game, finishing. This was a good game for Cohen and what he wants to do. I thought there was a lot of getting out, finishing in this game. Did hit one corner three again, was 1 for 2 in this game. Did struggle from the free throw line. Wasn't as good on the glass as he was in the last games, but I will say I thought that his effort was the same. I now feel for Cohen sometimes. His effort was the same, but sometimes it's tough when Coop and Kohler are out there.
I can
Those
see that.
those motherfuckers just always just grab everything. I kind of understand it, but I will say as I watched this, I visibly actually noticed and I noted I was like I want to make sure Cohen gets his credit because he actually was doing the crashing glass thing that he did in the Oregon game, which I think he does need to maintain because he can do that. But yeah, I think really, I don't really know if you can come away from this saying anyone really had a bad performance. It was kind of just everyone in their minutes was impactful and did something. I mean, shit, Denham scored in this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Cohen's jumps were extra special in this one. It was,
Thank you to Maryland for that, by the way.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I truly think there was a point that, like, we're down 30. They did kind of fill this joint out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's -4 outside. Let them get a couple Cohen dunks.
I mean, if you give those, he will take them every time.
Yeah.
And They
Dunky
were
dunks.
they were given and taken in this game, that's for sure. But I don't. It's not like they were just getting out of his way saying go. Some of those are just like unguardable plays. Truly, like
Yeah.
if you have the wrong guy trying to run with Cohen Carr in transition, you don't stop the ball and you let Jeremy just read the play from wherever. Like it's yeah. It's there's no. I don't think there's anything you can do when you have a passer that good and Cohen can jump that high. I don't know. I think this is going to come to a head this week. I was texting you guys about it. Yaxel's going to jump with Cohen. Part of the thing with Cohen is that nobody jumps with him,
Hmm.
which is smart from everybody else. But like his dunks are amazing with nobody jumping with him.
Right.
If he ever gets someone to jump with him, I think he's going to get the same result he does when nobody jumps with him. But like, I'm just envisioning a world Yaxel goes up trying to pin one. I don't think it's going to end well for my boy on Friday based on what I'm seeing from Cohen right now.
I listen, I haven't seen this is Cohen's third year at Michigan State. I think I've seen two guys actually jump with him. That one guy from Alcorn State tried to jump with him his freshman year. That was just I'll chalk it up that's a bad read. Freshman
Well, we
Cohen.
didn't have anything on tape. That was early in the career, you know.
Yeah. Think Trey Carroll it was from Florida Atlantic half jumped, but he didn't. There hasn't been anyone who is like, you know what I'm talking about, the Cohen transition one. He catches it outside the 3-point line. You know it's a dunk coming, and you see somebody that could technically challenge it. Just no one jumps.
And I could be wrong. I think Yaxel's going to challenge it.
So that goes one of two ways. Because I think you think it's just him putting it on a poster. Here's the thing: Cohen realizes people don't jump with them now. Like that one game, he caught it on the wing. There was somebody at the block, and he windmilled it because he knew no one was gonna jump.
Right.
What if he windmills on Yaxel, man?
It's on the table. It's on the table. I also think there's maybe a 20% chance that jumping with him works for Yaxel. He's one of
Can
the only
I
physical specimens.
can I put myself in Yaxel's shoes for a second?
Sure.
Because I think there's an art form to doing this.
Hmm.
First of all, you got to the jump has to be timed perfectly. He's gonna dunk it with his left. You know that. We're sitting heavy left-handed.
For sure.
And it's a foul if anything. It's a make sure you get your body up there. It's a foul if
Sure.
anything. He's not making the dunk.
Well, the thing too, it'd be one. It's going to depend on the situation. We should probably say this for the Michigan State preview, but um,
We can get to it. Maryland's really bad, man. Like
they're
really
terrible.
bad.
Yax's ability with that stuff is a lot better from behind than it is. I know. Pause. Sorry, but like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like he's gonna be caught like under the rim looking
Yeah,
up,
he's a chase down guy.
and that's where he's like. It's honestly he gets two of those a game
Hmm.
that are Cooper Flaggy and chase down blocks.
Hmm.
So my guess is that's what it's going to be a race to the rim. Cohen's probably going to have a step, and Yaxel's going to say, "I can chase that bitch down,"
It's,
and he's probably wrong. Like I don't know that anyone could chase it down, but I'm kind of excited to see what happens because one way or the other, I think we're going to get a moment with that.
excited for that. Excited for that game. Lucky for us, man. 2 straight years with both teams really good.
Yeah, it's super fun to play you guys when both teams are really good. This is great, and I love it.
Hey, split
Can't.
after all this.
Yeah,
Split, right?
I'm sure we both think we're gonna split here, don't we? Yeah. Cool. Okay. Carson Cooper hit three, 14 and 8 with an assist and three steals in 24 minutes. Another just A+ performance from Coop.
Coop's ridiculous at this point. It's mainly defensively, but also now I mean, cleans the glass. He's super athletic. I mean, he had some really good rim running dunks in this basketball game. He is incredible defensively. Like, I'm not sure who is, current. I'm not sure how they do the all defensive team, but if they do it by position, I think Carson Cooper's the best defensive center. Second best, sorry, second best defensive center in the league.
I like that. I could see that. So I have a proposal.
I honestly, preview to Friday, I think you have two of the best defensive centers in the league playing each other.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of strength on strength because both teams are awesome. So, like, we'll get to that in the preview, but like these are two top four teams in the country right now. This
Right.
is what, the first time since I think the Cassius year where both teams are this good.
I think so, yeah.
And I know Michigan State ended up really good that year. I think you can make the argument when they played, they weren't like fourth in the country.
Right.
Like that team got better as the year went on.
Yeah.
So in terms of just expectations for this game, yeah, it should be through the roof. I have a proposal with Carson Cooper.
Yes.
I'd like to rebrand him.
How so?
First, I need to know if you and your fan base are open to that.
Does the barbed wire tattoo stay?
Yeah, I don't think we can change anything physically about him, although maybe we could put him in like a sleeve or something to change
Okay.
that. But
I'm open to the rebrand. Barbed wire stays,
so
non-negotiable.
I think the main problem with Carson Cooper right now is that he's Carson Cooper. Like every single game we come on here and we're like, I can't believe what he's turned into because he's Carson Cooper. And I don't mean this disrespectfully. I know this comes across super disrespectfully, but what if we just like change his name?
It might work wonders,
Like,
honestly.
let me float this out, and this is just a random name, but I close my eyes, I picture his head, I read his game log, and I'm like, what if we just rebranded him as Marcus Bassett?
We'd be like, man, this Bassett kid.
We just got Marcus Bassett from the portal, and he just gave us 14, 8, and 1 with 3 steals in 24 minutes.
Yeah. And
His
his
10
nickname,
pound
and he's a
player comp
dog.
is Jericho Sims.
He's a dog. His nickname is the Basset Hound.
Yeah.
And you say his comp is Jericho
His
Sims.
10 pound player comp right now is Jericho Sims. But that's the problem. The problem is he's Carson Cooper.
Mm.
And I don't think any of us have that still hasn't sunk in on us. So I just think we
Yeah.
should rebrand it?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm with it.
Okay. So I'm gonna refer to him as Marcus for the rest of the year. Marcus was
Ooh,
amazing.
wait. No, I take it back.
What?
I take it back because I think if we rebrand it, I don't think the other team feels the fact that Carson Cooper's doing this to them.
And you think part of the demoralizing nature of this is watching Carson Cooper do this?
Dog, I love my front court, but aesthetically, getting my ass whooped by Jackson Kohler and Carson Cooper, the exciting whites, would do something to me.
Yeah, there's a level of that, isn't there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a level of that with this Michigan State team as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, Coop's these guys are good.
Yeah.
Jackson Kohler healthy again.
Yeah. Thought he was good. And I mean, he did all the things that he's done, I think, previously before these two games. I mean, he was getting the offensive rebounds, he was finishing well. He looked a lot better out there. Maybe that was Maryland, but I'll tell you what, right now, Maryland will be the team I'd like to play coming off of sickness.
Sure.
Get right.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on Jax other than just like once again a don't take him for granted performance. I feel like this is one of the first games this year he was more involved inside the arc than from three. He goes
Mhm.
4 for 5 from inside the arc and only 1 for 2 from three. I don't know if that matters or not. I think you probably want more 3-point volume from him against better teams, but in this game it didn't matter and he was scoring from everywhere anyway. And 4 offensive rebounds. Really, really good. Only 9 offensive rebounds as a team, but Jax was responsible for half of them, basically.
Yeah, we didn't miss.
That's true. Hard to offensive rebound when you score every single time down the floor.
Yeah,
Pretty true. Scored 1.45 points per possessions in this game.
insane.
It's got to be the highest total this year, I think.
But it's got to be.
Maybe in years, plural.
Got to be. It's funny, hilarious plus minus for a lot of these guys in this game.
You got any in front of you or no?
Well, since we're on top, Jax was plus 33 in 23 minutes.
23 minutes.
In 25 minutes, Jeremy Fears was plus 43.
Good Lord.
I mean, across the board. It's shit. Kurt Tang was plus 28 in 16 minutes.
Good Lord, man.
The only two people with negative plus minuses in this game were Trey Ford and Jesse McCullough.
Yeah, that tracks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a team, you shoot 47% from three. This team has graded out as a significantly better shooting team than last year. I mean, at this point in the season, I think you are who you are. You are what the numbers show that you are, and you're 71st nationally in three-point percentage.
Hmm.
That's a winning formula. Even if you're not shooting a lot of them, if this team can just continue to make 35, 36% from three, you're going to win a lot of games. In this game, I think this has to be the first time ever all five starters hit a three.
Yeah.
That can't have happened with this group before.
No, it is. I don't even got to look it up. That's the first time this happened with this group.
5 for 7 from three combined was the starting five in this game.
Yeah. Coop hit one. Man, like you said, everyone hit one in this basketball game.
Yeah, relentless. It really was.
Yeah.
Okay, bench stuff. Cam Ward, Jordan Scott, your freshman duo, both finished with 8 and 3. I feel like it was almost like a bit that they were doing. Like we're just going to have identical stat lines in two very different ways.
Yeah.
But I thought, when you add it together, they play 38 minutes and spit out 16 and 6, 2 assists, 2 blocks between them. Think you're ecstatic with that. Do you like where your freshmen are at?
Yeah, especially coming off the Oregon game where we combined those guys' stats and it was like zero, 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 zeros across the board. And Jordan Scott shot one of the worst corner threes I've ever seen in my life. Good to see him bounce back. He goes 2 of 3 in this basketball game. Thought he played really well, as did Cam Ward. Cam Ward's energy was great. The 2 blocks were great as well. It was good to see those guys have a good performance. I do have to say though, watching Cam Ward shoot free throws brings me physical pain. He
Yeah.
looks he looks terrified at the line.
Well, I think that's because he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I think I would be too if I were him.
But like it's just quite the drastic switch from this is my shit, you don't work hard enough, you can't mess with me. And then he turns into, I don't know, Ratatouille at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's like the lion from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
Really intimidating and scary until he needs some courage at the free throw
yeah,
line. Then you realize he
yeah.
doesn't have any, and you're like, ah,
Ooh.
maybe there's a wizard who can fix this. I don't
Yeah,
know.
good miss though. Good miss on his free throws. Jack's got it back, laid it up. Great miss.
That's honestly, you might score more points per possession with Cam Ward at the free throw line if he misses the free throws.
I can see it.
Just get the rebound and get a putback. Yeah, those guys are going to be good down the line, almost for sure, right?
Yeah.
How good are we talking? Where's your pulse at
You
with
know,
this? Are both these guys starters sooner rather than later for this program? Are they like you wait until their senior year and then stuff happens? Do you think they're bench guys their whole career? What's the vision with a team that is recruiting as well as you are? Medlock, Jervis, Taylor.
mhm.
Izzo said out loud, "I'm going to the portal" a week ago in response to Nate Oates' bullshit. He wants to keep everybody. We know he wants to keep everybody, but like, if you had to guess right now, based on what you've seen through 20 games, what does the future look like for both Ward and Scott?
Hmm. Thing is, I think right now both those guys do little things that Izzo wants to put them on the court.
They seem very mentally aligned with all things Tom Izzo.
They seem like very mentally aligned with all things Tom Izzo. I don't think that there's a leave early thing with those guys. I think they end up like 4 year guys and end up as starters and really productive for this basketball team.
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of if you were envisioning playing them together, if you're playing these guys at the three and the four with a five, that team's huge with different skill sets that kind of map together. It's not like you're trying to play Cohen with two bigs anymore. It's like Scott provides space for Ward and vice versa. So I think it can work. I don't know. I've been duped before with like Michigan State freshman classes
Hmm.
where there's like some really promising off the bench stuff. And I'm like, dude, in a couple of years, these guys are going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then it just doesn't, for whatever reason, doesn't turn out. Like Rocket Watts comes to mind. I was always a huge fan of the Marvin Clark class.
Hmm.
And I know that looks really stupid in hindsight, but it was Javon Bess and Marvin Clark.
Were you an Ellis guy?
Alvin Ellis was in there too. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Which, like, look, Alvin Ellis ended up making good contributions on good teams. This is not meant as slander to him.
Mm,
I feel like there was one year almost where Marvin Clark and Javon Best were like starting on a Final Four caliber Michigan State team as
mm,
freshmen.
mm.
And it was like, dude, in 4 years, these guys are gonna be insane. And then for whatever reason, it was just like, oh, we got better players. I kind of wonder where on the Marvin Clark scale these guys are.
Yeah,
And I would
yeah,
even I would float this to you too. Like I like their minutes. I think they're good. You could tell me they're both all conference guys one day, and I'd be like, holy shit. When Caleb Glenn's back next year, what does that do?
yeah. I think Caleb Glenn. This might be crazy to say. Is it like the fully realized version of Jordan Scott at the end of the tunnel, Caleb Glenn, or is that too low of a ceiling for him?
I don't know. I don't want to put a ceiling on either of these guys because I really don't know. But like, yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like if Caleb Glenn was healthy on this team, I don't know what either of these guys' roles looks like. And next year, obviously, you assume Jackson and Cooper are gone. There's more front court minutes. That'll probably just open things up in general. But
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just one of those things right now. It's like game to game, Scott looks amazing, and then he looks really bad. And then I think Cam Ward is like pretty great, but also like pretty flawed, right? Like even with his greatness, there's like, oh, there's some issues here. And it just, I think there's a very wide range of outcomes, is all I'm saying. Like, and I'm wondering where you and your fans are at. Is it like, oh, these guys are no doubter starters soon? Or is it kind of like, yeah, we'll wait and see? I don't know. You can convince me either way, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you could also do this. Those guys fully realizing themselves getting better, and you do the whole like, well, that's my eighth guy.
For sure.
I
For
think there's
sure.
a world where it just goes both ways. Like if there is someone that is, let's say more talented or better in the situation, it just honestly, it'd be probably the best thing Izzo could hope for because he can do the thing again.
Yeah, for
Where
sure.
like you play everyone 20 minutes and we break your soul.
A year from now, it feels like Scott's in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I think Ward, I almost would feel the same way if not for Cohen, because I don't think you want to play Cohen and Ward at the same time.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. It's just going to be interesting to watch these guys because they're both making good contributions right now, but I can see a wide range of outcomes.
yeah. I mean, I guess there is a world, and I'm not sure if we like it or are a fan of it, but with the front court exiting next year, do they just do? I mean, they might do the Cam Ward thing.
Yeah, they could. I'm not going to say they won't. We got to see what the portal class ends up looking, but Ethan Taylor in, I would think you go out and get one veteran contributor either
Yeah,
at the five or at the four.
hmm
Probably preferably at the five,
I think so. Yeah,
but you never know what that looks like when it's Tom
yeah,
Izzo trying to do it. So we'll
very
see.
true.
One other note on this, in terms of like me projecting what do these guys become,
Hmm.
I don't want to overlook the fact these two are being baptized into the religion of Tom Izzo, defend, rebound, run, with Jackson Kohler and Carson Cooper as mentors
Mm.
on a Jeremy Fears led team.
Means something.
Like I just that's the whole thing that makes this program special. But like you think about what Cam Ward does well, he's being taught and going to war with Jackson Kohler 7 days a week.
Hmm.
There's nobody better in the country to instill all the things you want instilled in him than him for 1 year. And I think Jackson, like as great as his season has become, his legacy is going to live on with whatever Cam Ward becomes because that dude is molding this guy into what could potentially be a really special player. And I don't think that should be lost on it. It kind of gives me more belief, even if I would be a little skeptical of it, you know?
That's a great point. I didn't even think about that. Also, I'll be front door at the NCAA offices too. I'm pushing for fifth years.
You want everybody back.
Yeah, I want my front court back.
Hmm. It's funny. I think I was in the Michigan State channel in the Discord last week before Purdue lost 2 games. And somebody was like, man, we got to get 5-5 passed. I need one more year of Jackson.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, can y'all please chill? None of us want another year of Braden and Fletcher and Trey.
That's very true. I forgot
But
about that.
I said that. Every single Michigan State fan in the Discord said, we aren't scared of them. Shut up.
Oh,
And I was like, I don't care if you aren't scared of them. Like I am. Like, can we just like one Jackson Kohler is not worth three Purdue stars. But it just, I think it speaks to where all of y'all are wired. Like, yeah, I want Jackson back. I don't give a damn if every other team gets everybody back.
what a time.
Crazy times. Shooting guard
Maryland,
spot.
Maryland
Thoughts?
stinks.
Shooting guard spot. Thoughts?
I mean, look, I coming off the game where Trey Ford played as well as he did at Oregon, I thought he might get more minutes, but then he comes out right away, misses 2 shots, and it feels like he reverted back to some old things there. But yeah, no, I thought you had, Kerr obviously wasn't able to find the range from 3-point range, but he did have some good moments in this basketball game, scoring the ball, going to the hoop. Divine did only took 2 shots, didn't miss, did hit a three in this game. Yeah, I don't know, nothing like crazy that like blew me away, but you didn't get completely negatives from that spot, which I thought you got in the last game, especially off the bench.
I was hoping the Trey Fort stuff would build a little bit
So did I. That was a little bit like personally to me. I was like, damn,
in a game you won by 43 too.
yeah. And
Like,
against a team in Maryland, I was like mixing in zone too. I would have just loved to put Trey out there and let him gun a little bit.
yeah, just if you wanted to, I think it would have been really easy to just live with Trey Fort minutes in this game and try and build some momentum. And that's not how Tom Izzo operates. I get it. He demands greatness and perfection and effort and excellence. And Trey wasn't living up to that standard again visibly in this game, so fine. But yeah, that's the one sour taste I would have in my mouth at all here is in a blowout win where you could have done whatever the hell you want. You could have played Denham 30 minutes in this game and it would have been
Oh,
fine.
relax,
You don't try with Trey.
relax.
Tough.
I beg you.
Denham had a bucket.
Yeah, that should get you relegated.
If you let Denham Wojcik score, you should be out of the league.
Yeah, like go to the American East.
Yeah. Can I point something out to you?
Uh-oh.
Let me just point something out to you. Hold on.
What are you pointing?
You pull my Torvik out for a moment.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You remember the first day ever you found out you could sort on Torvik?
what a beautiful day that
Was
was.
it like a monumental day?
Yes. Yes, it was.
I wish I was there for that moment.
Okay, so it's actually not as staggering as I thought it would be.
Damn it.
I thought that since Denham like took on his new role of like 9 minutes a game, I thought y'all
Hmm.
were gonna be like the number one team in the country since then.
Ah,
Not true. Torvik has you eighth in the country in your last 11 games. That is the span that Denham took this role.
mm.
Basically every game since the Duke game. It's actually crazy. I'm looking at this. Other Big Ten teams in that span. Michigan 3, Illinois 4, Nebraska 5, Purdue 7, Michigan State 8. Five of the top 8 teams in the country since December 13th are in our conference.
I think the rest of this conference should pay homage.
Iowa 14.
Yeah, I was part of the teams that should be paying homage. We're doing a lot of heavy lifting at the top for this conference.
We're doing our best. Okay. Nothing else on Denham.
No,
He's going to play 9 minutes against Michigan on Friday.
probably.
And
Actually, if he plays 9, that means we might be blitzing y'all.
you think?
Because he played like 2 against Oregon.
Weren't y'all blitzing Oregon?
It was fake. It was kind of close until like 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess against Big Ten games you haven't been up a million in, he's only played 3 minutes. So,
Yeah, so let's do more of that.
yeah. Okay.
Or actually, no, Denim, Elliott Cadeau logo part 2.
No, no.
Do it for Jig.
Yeah, no, thank you. Do y'all kiss the
That
logo in January? Is that a thing, or is that only at the end of the year?
end of the year.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
So, like, theoretically, if an opposing team kissed the logo in January, that wouldn't be violating tradition.
The crazy part about this is everyone's really hung up on last year what happened. This Michigan team is built to disrespect the logo. If they win this game, I think there's a real chance that Yaxel takes a shit at center court.
100%.
Yeah.
This is the most disrespectful Michigan team I've seen,
Yeah.
and most immature Michigan team I've seen.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it's going to end well one way or the other.
It's gonna be something, Gregory.
Right. But
Mar Maryland?
can I point something out?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have the guy stupid enough to do what Trey did. And I know there's going to be Michigan State fans listening to this saying, that wasn't stupid, that was heroic. But like now that he's gone, can't we admit Trey was also really stupid? Like
Hmm.
just in general, that guy is like overly aggressively chippy. And I get that he had a reason to do it, but like I think if that exact same scenario plays out with this year's team, there aren't like shoves being thrown. I think it's just like de-escalated by the leaders on Michigan State's team who are a lot more mature than Trey Holloman was.
You don't think Fears escalates it?
He might, but I'm trying to remember, was Fears even on the court? I think he was at that point last year.
Uh, no, I don't think he was. I think he was
Maybe he
off.
wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. And maybe I just think like I don't know. I know y'all loved that moment and that was a heroic moment in Spartan history. So who am I to say this was a problem? But
You know what? I don't know if it's because Trey left. I really have not even thought about that moment at all, I think, since the discussion of it.
yeah, I think if Michigan does something that's stupid again, I don't think Michigan State is gonna be like physical altercation, get off my logo.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be a little more poise from the home team than there was
Mhm.
a year ago, which is me trying to say I trust your leaders more this year than I did a year ago.
Yeah. That's fair.
You probably wouldn't even let them get near the logo. Every time someone steps to the free throw line in this game, there's going to be people worried about the logo, isn't there?
I think in January, given the time, we don't have to worry about it. But like now,
Okay.
the logo switches. We play at Chrysler to end the year, right?
Yeah, but you guys can do whatever you can touch our logo. We don't care.
Oh, you okay? You don't care?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Have free reign.
Yeah, we don't have tradition.
Oh, understood.
We don't do tradition.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay. Maryland.
Stinks. Really stinks. That was pure unadulterated belt. I stopped. I didn't even let my son watch the second half.
This is the seventh consecutive recap where your one word summary of the team you've played is stinks.
Yeah. Call like I see. I swear I did not let my son watch the second half. It felt like I was letting my toddler watch a rated R movie.
I felt bad for Diggy. There was just nothing he could do against the Michigan State guards.
What's Biggie's
Elias
actual name?
David.
Yeah, he was David Coit.
It was David in this game.
Yeah, he was David Lamar Coit.
There wasn't a lot of coitus going on, that's for sure. Do you how many different Maryland players would you take on your team right now?
I'd take one.
Who?
Washington.
You would take Solomon Washington and put him in an Izzo system and defend the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's where it stops.
You don't want Elijah Saunders? I think he's a good player.
No thanks.
He held up well in this game.
Yeah, but no thanks.
Not for you.
Not for me.
Okay. Remember the Miles Rice era?
Remember when I was distraught we didn't get Darius Adams?
What happened to Miles Rice?
I think that Washington State team right? There is the ceiling and the floor of those guys is like Jalen Wells, NBA player. Other guys like I think there's another NBA player on that team.
Isaac Jones, Jalen
I,
Wells,
Isaac
Oscar
Jones,
Clough, Miles Rice.
but there's other guys on there. The chain's a little fake.
Yeah, Miles for sure.
Yeah, dog. Miles was legit. Like what? I mean, dog. He was like Pac-12 freshman of the year or something like that. Pac-12 phony.
Well, he went through a lot too. He had a cancer diagnosis, and his story
True.
was all coming back. But I
True.
just, even just from last year at Indiana, I feel like he's
I
lost all his powers.
I thought he would bounce back this year. To be honest with
Yeah, in hindsight, Mike Woodson didn't do that bad of a job with him.
you, Woodson didn't do that bad of a job in general.
Honestly, in
Pretty witty.
hindsight, watching this whole Big Ten makes me think Mike Woodson would have been great this year.
Yeah. All right.
It's kind of crazy.
All right.
Kind of crazy. Yeah, you mentioned Darius Adams. That was once a Michigan State priority recruit. He made his way to Maryland for what was the reason he chose Maryland again?
Money,
That was just kind of flat out, yeah, we want the money, right?
money, and maybe starting role.
Money and roll. Okay, we did a lot of Darius Adams videos.
Hmm.
Regretting those.
I shook ass.
Yeah, you should copious ass.
I shook copious tush.
Yeah.
And I can't get, and I know I got a lot of ass, but I can't get that shaking back.
He finished with 4 points on 6 shot attempts, 0 for 2 from 3. On the season, he is now shooting 24% from 3. In Big Ten play, this guy is 5 for 35 from 3. And he's just allowed to come down and shoot whenever he wants. And no shit, their offense is terrible. I guess he wanted this, but in a year where like the freshman class being amazing is the whole story, there's a lot of guys who have played their way into first round projections. Darius Adam has played himself out of being drafted entirely.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he can be selected this year. And he's
I,
probably going to go pro, and I don't think he's going to get picked.
he looks like a guy that needs to go down a level.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
He's a talented kid. And he had a lot of moments in the non-con. I mean, even he had 4 straight games in Big Ten play where he hit double figures, but he's a free throw merchant. His game is entirely about getting to the free throw line. He's not a defender. He only takes tough shots. They are not efficient shots from anywhere. He doesn't really pass. He's got a higher turnover rate than assist rate. He's not a true point guard. And I'm trying to envision, had y'all actually landed him, what happens? Like, obviously, there is an element to this of Tom Izzo is better for you than Buzz Williams. So I don't want to downplay that. Izzo, theoretically, if he's getting good things from Jordan Scott and Cam Ward, would be able to get good things from Darius Adams. However, when I watch this kid appears selfish, a non-defender, a hugely inefficient shot chucker that can't shoot, that needs the basketball.
He probably would have been playing like Trey Ford-esque minutes.
Isn't there a world where he just gets in the way of Jeremy Fears' development?
Probably, yeah. Because I think part of the pitch too is he wanted to be able to play a little bit of one.
And I think the pitch at the time was come be Jace.
Yeah.
If you tried to have Darius Adams being Jace Richardson on this team, it would just annoy the veterans so much.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just got to read the room, and he chose to play on. Well, now, granted, Pharrell Payne was on, but like he chose this and Buzz Williams.
Yeah. Crazy.
Have fun. Have fun with that, Bubba's.
Crazy. Dodge a bullet.
Maybe we could have turned him into something,
Possible.
but probably not.
I would have put him in the Booker category. His MO does not map with what our program demands.
Yeah, probably.
But we'll see. We won't see because he's in Maryland and he's going to go to the G League and we'll never hear from him again. But
Possibly.
yeah. Can I float a solution to Maryland's issues?
Baba?
Buzz Williams for Shaka Smart, who says no?
Deal.
Don't both teams say yes?
Yes.
There we go. Buzz
Also
back
free
to Marquette.
Also, free Baba.
Yeah, I don't want Baba to go to Maryland at this point.
I think we decommit.
That seems he's not going to, but he
Yeah,
should.
well, bag,
Bag is big.
bag,
Yeah,
bag is big.
yeah. There's too
Bag.
many teams in this conference.
Well, like I said, I think people we just let teams waltz in here. I think there needs to be a little bit of earn your keep.
Yeah, we need like a weeding out process, I think. A relegation system would do this league wonders right now.
I think so,
Send the bottom four of this group to the A10 next year.
and it'd be perfect
Give me George Washington, Dayton. Let's try that out.
on a year-to-year basis. Bottom four, we can do playoffs. It'd be great. A little pro rel system.
Yeah, sounds great.
Let's do it.
And then the team that wins the league by 3 has to leave and go to like the Big 12 or something.
Yeah,
Go away, Cart. Please
that,
go away before Friday, preferably.
you as one of us is going away this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Good win.
Thank you. Maryland stinks.
They're good.